good, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with Black YouTube struggle response videos, man. You know what I do is I go through the Black sector YouTube and I respond to the content. And oh, by the way, yes, another Kevin Samuels response. Stop the show. Listen, you niggas get mad at me for doing Kevin Samuels response videos. I don't care because they make money. So until you pay me, shut up! So as you know, Kevin Samuels has a really hot show here on Black YouTube, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, during that hour slot, or sometimes a little bit earlier, he'll go to Instagram and go live, and he'll take people in to come in and talk. And at that time, he will download those videos and repost them here on YouTube. So that's why it looks like new content, because technically it is. Now, in this particular case, there's a young lady who is 30 years old, 2 kids, and a single mom looking to find a husband to take care of those kids. What? And we're gonna respond to this interview. It gets quite brutal, but let's start from the beginning.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm well. What's that in the background?
It's my room.
Oh,
It's
okay.
nobody.
Okay, what do you got for me?
Nothing. I just seen this live and it said, "Why so angry?" Question and answer. I was just trying to understand what was going on. I just tuned in.
You follow my channel or my content?
I actually seen you.
Okay, do you have me on another phone?
Sir?
Do you have me on another phone?
No, this is my phone.
Because I mean, we're getting background. We're getting background feedback.
Hold on.
Like on TV or something.
Okay, how about now?
Hello?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
let's try. So you don't follow my content, so you just decided to jump on Instagram Live and go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do it
I
then.
actually did see a video of you one time.
All right.
It went
Do you have any
viral.
kids?
Sir?
Do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
How many kids?
I have 2.
Are you married?
No, sir.
Are you married to either one of their fathers?
It's not either one of their fathers. It's the same father, sir.
Okay. You don't have to call me sir. We don't have to do that.
Okay.
We'll I
I'm just.
don't know what's going on with the. So, do you want to ever be married one day?
Yes,
How old are you?
I'm 30.
All right. Would you like to have any more kids one day?
Yes, sir. I mean, yes. Yes.
All right. So, why didn't you marry their dad?
Well, the reason I did not marry him is because, for one, that was my first real relationship. I was 19 years old.
Okay.
It was a learning experience for me. The older I got, the wiser I got, and I just realized that we are not meant for each other. We are only meant for co-parenting, and it works well.
How long ago did you guys break up?
We broke up way back in 2015.
What was the last relationship you had since then?
I actually haven't. I told myself the next relationship that I do get in, I will be self-prepared for it.
Okay.
Meaning I'm gonna learn how to love myself more, my self-care, just inner self, loving myself in and out before I reach that type of level. And also my energy, I'm conserving my energy, because I swear to you, my next relationship has to be my best relationship, because I'm too old for this. I feel like I'm getting too old.
Stop the show. She says she's getting too old for this. Too old for what? Like being dusty, being single, making bad decisions with your life. Oh, well, yeah, that is too old for that. See, here's the situation with this, brothers. A lot of people at large, especially in our community, sisters, now they want to say, I'm getting too old for this. Well, why not make that decision earlier? Okay? Now, not saying that she can't find somebody, but again, now you're tired and fed up at 30 with 2 children from somebody else. That doesn't make much sense. You should have been fed up before then, all right?
but I'm at
So
that
what do you do
time.
for a living?
I am a pharmacy technician, and I am also a tarot card reader.
So you hear what she says. She's a pharmacy technician and tarot card reader. Let me get some Hotep music. What that means is she's broke. That's what it means, okay? So let's add it up. 30, 2 kids, pharmacy technician, tarot card reader. All of this equals struggle. That's what she's saying.
So do you want to have to work after you're married?
I'm sorry?
I don't know what's going on with your audio, man. Am I on speakerphone or something?
I don't know. It's my phone. Sometimes I wish it was Android. Ain't gonna lie. I have an iPhone 11.
All right. Do you want to have to work after you are pregnant?
Will I work after I'm
Do
pregnant?
you want to have to work after you're married and pregnant?
How do you know that?
I said, do you want to?
Oh, would I want to? Yeah, of course not. Why
Meaning, do
not?
you want to have to work as a wife, or do you want to be a stay-at-home mother?
I want to be both. I want to be a partner. Depending, like.
Okay, no. What do you mean both? Either, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills in the household as a woman?
No.
All right.
So we hear, guys. You heard it. 30 has 2 children by another man. And Kevin puts her into a position where she has to admit that she wants one of you guys, that's right, preferably one of you brothers, to come in, pay for the children that she already has, put her into a lifestyle, and provide for any future children. This is what, let's be honest, they won't admit it, but I believe a lot of women are looking for this. To have babies with one set of guys or one guy, and then have another guy come and clean it up. Preferably you. And this is important because a lot of you guys who are working hard, who are going to school, who are making something of yourself, there's people on the other end who are looking for you to use those resources to take care of the children that another man had.
So that means you want a man who's a primary provider and breadwinner.
Yes, sir.
That means he has to pay for your 2 children and then any additional children you have. What state do you live in?
I live in Florida.
All right. So how much would a man need to make to pay for 2 children, 3 children, a wife, and himself to have a middle class life? How much would he need to make? Are you talking about just simple middle class life, house in the suburbs? Kids get cars at 16 years old. If they want to go to college, mom and dad can pay for it. If daughters got married, family can pay for it. Just middle class. How much would you need to make?
I mean, yo, no, what have I done?
Stepped into life. You're 30. You said you don't want to keep doing this stuff. This is what you've been waiting for, right? This should be easy.
Yeah. But it's different because, like, I don't know, I see life in a whole different
Yeah, but you can see life in a whole different way. But when you go to check out with the groceries, that the bill is due. The mortgage has to be paid. You can't pay life bills on tarot energy. So let's get real. How much does he need to make?
Actually, hold on.
Can I get a ooh sound effect? Now, this sister is what I would consider someone that is free-spirited, which means she lives life day by day as it comes. It's clear that she hasn't thought about the things that he's asking her, which is, how much money does a man need to make for you to have a middle-class lifestyle, for your kids to get a car when they're 16, for kids to go to college, all of these things. She hasn't thought about that, all right? Which is why she's calling into Kevin, because she hasn't thought about that. She hasn't been trained to think like this, which is why she is struggling right now, because if you don't figure out where you want to be in life, somebody's going to figure it out for you. right? And this is why it's important for black men to always know what you're trying to do ahead of time. Plan your life, right? And a lot of ladies in our community, they're so caught up in how they feel in living day by day, but not thinking about where they want to be. And this is why he says at 5 minutes and 8 seconds, when you go to the grocery store, you can't pay that grocery bill based off tarot card energy. You have to have money, okay? And she hasn't thought about this. And unfortunately, a lot of children grow up with parents like this that can't make it anywhere because the parents have not looked at establishing financial infrastructures or establishing things or platforms that help their children succeed, because they're so busy living day by day about how they feel and not what is practical.
I changed my whole mind state. You just touched something, okay? So, in different words, I decide that I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? If that's an extra, actually that's extra. Because I can provide for myself and I can provide for my kids on my own. Having a man is actually extra.
But wait a minute. She's saying now having a man is actually extra. She can take care of her kids on her own. Now, isn't this what they always say when they have children? I don't need a man to take care of my kids. I can take care of the kids on my own. But at the 3 minute and 54 second mark, she was saying that she needed a man to come in and take care of not only her kids, but the future kids. But because he has backed her into a corner, now she feels defensive that she can take care of the kids. Now, doing the minimum for your children is not necessarily taking care of them, all right? Say, for example, if I'm trying to, have a child or something like that, and I provide them the bare minimum, a bed, water, bread, is that really taking care of them? No, that's really the bare minimum. I'm not putting that child in a position to compete with the upper tier of children, regardless of race. Do I have money to send that kid to Harvard or to Yale or to Dartmouth or a community college or anything like that? No. But see, now, because she's defensive, she wants to go ahead and then try to back it up and now say that she can take care of the children, which she can't.
Hold on.
Yes, it is.
Hold on. You can provide? Well, is there a father in the life?
Yes.
Right.
And he does a great job raising them. We're not together, but he does a great job
so you don't want any additional
in their lives. Sir?
So you don't want any additional children?
I do. I want a son. I don't have a son.
Going to be born outside of a marriage. So that means you want the child to be born outside of a marriage.
Hold on. Naya, shut the door. I cannot hear what he's saying. Shut the door now. Thank you. Okay, continue.
Well, if you want a child, they're either going to be born in a marriage or outside of a marriage. I was going down the marriage path, but you said you don't want that. So if you want a kid, you mean you want to be a baby mama again?
I want a marriage, but look, I want love. Unconditional love. That's cool. That's cool, but that don't pay the bills.
Kevin again proves how some people are unrealistic in relationships at the 6 minute and 48 second mark in his video. What is he saying to this lady? She's talking about how she wants unconditional love. She doesn't know if she wants to be married. She doesn't know if she wants to be a baby mama again. She wants unconditional love. Everything has conditions in it. Again, we're living in a fantasy land, right? And he's telling her at 30 years old, you're thinking like a child in so many words, which in my opinion, I believe that this is what she's doing. No offense to her, but she's thinking like a child, all right? She's not thinking about things that are practical, which is why she's in the situation that she's in right now.
You gotta be grown-ups. You're 30, right? Well, let's grow up. Love is cool, but babies cost. If you want to have another child, either you want to be a baby mama or you want to be a wife. Either one, no judgment. Which path?
I want to be a wife.
Huh?
I want to be a wife, sir.
All right, and I asked you, did you want you want a man who's paying most of the bills around the house?
Yes, he's supposed to pay all the bills around
No,
the
he's not
house.
supposed to do nothing. Your current situation ain't paying all the bills.
I'm paying all my bills.
Exactly, because you're married. So how much would a man need to make to pay for a wife and a family of 3?
A decent amount.
That is not. I'm expecting a 30-year-old woman to answer.
As you see, she's struggling with numbers. He's asking her, for the things that you want, how much does a man need to make? And again, women want these things, but when you try to put practical values or things that deal with numbers to those things or logistics, they don't know, right? They'd have a problem understanding what that is. And she says a decent amount. She doesn't understand what that is, okay? Which is why we have a lot of people struggling in the Black community. When you ask women what they're looking for and what they're trying to do, they know that they want this thing, but they don't understand what the price is of it, where they rank in the price of that. They have no idea how that works, okay? And so you see it now. She's really having a hard time with calculating numbers. And as a 30-year-old adult woman, she doesn't know where she wants to go. So if she doesn't know where she wants to go, how can she know where her children want to go? How can she know where she wants to live? How can she know where her kids will go to college? She doesn't know. She's just living life day by day.
For an average, between 50 to 100,000, maybe.
For a family of 5?
Or actually a family of, yeah. Or probably a little bit more. Yes, sir.
See, what this example tends to show when I do this is how, and I mean no disrespect, but how innumerate women are and how emotional and flighty y'all are, but you just don't want to put numbers to it. So, do you make more than $50,000 a year?
No.
Okay. You said you're a pharmacy tech?
Yes.
You have 2 kids?
Yes.
Do you live with somebody else or do you have your own place?
My own place.
All right. Are you paid hourly?
Huh?
Are you paid hourly?
Yes.
So, yeah, ma'am, a family of 5 to where a woman doesn't have to work, you're talking around $300,000 a year in Florida. Yeah, you may be able to provide, put a roof over your kid's head, but that's the maintenance of a child. That's not providing for a future, college, this, that. It's just the basics.
He makes a great point. She doesn't understand that providing, because you can pay the rent and you can buy some food, those are the bare minimum of things. And now when we look at Black society, we're getting we're understanding what's in the head of some people when they look at taking care of children. That's why you always hear some sisters say, well, I did the best I could. And what that means is I gave my children the bare minimum of what I was producing. And so you understand why a lot of children end up in gangs, why a lot of teenage girls end up pregnant, why a lot of brothers end up going to jail or end up not being successful in life. A lot of that is attributed to bad planning, all right? And because parents want to have children and just have children, but they haven't thought about how they're going to take care of their kids. And when they give their kids life into this world, they're giving them the bare minimum. And they trick themselves into believing that that's good because they did the best that they can. But it's unfair to the child. And you're seeing why we have so many problems in the African American community because of parents like this.
So the questions I'm asking really shouldn't be hard at 30 years old.
Because another thing, and I didn't want to touch it because I'm not like really, I'm not a confrontational person.
Okay.
I honestly believe in my spirit. You feel me? I believe in my ancestors, and they help me. You feel me? Move through life. So when you ask me about the numbers,
hold on.
So at the 9-minute and 55-second mark of Kevin Samuels' video, she talks about the ancestors, how the ancestors have helped her do this and that, and how they're going to look out for her. This isn't different than a woman in the Christian church said that God is going to supply all my needs. Jesus is going to send me a man. This is just more or less a Hotep version, or a B1 version, or a Pan-African version maybe of a certain ideology. It's the same thing as saying white Jesus or black Jesus is going to send me somebody. Okay? Well, my question to her is, if that is the case, if the ancestors are going to look out for you, why did you call in the Kevin Samuels show?
You stupid.
Why did you go on his Instagram? I mean, if the ancestors have led you down the path you're on right now, with 2 children, a tarot card reader, and a pharmacy technician, and you already have admitted you make less than $50,000 a year, to me, those ancestors don't like you.
Bruh.
All right? Maybe you need to find some new ancestors to give you some information. Or you just don't want to face the truth. So you go back into saying the ancestors will guide you because you cannot deal with the practical information or the practical questioning that Kevin Samuels is actually giving to you right now.
Listen, hold
on. The audio's off. The audio's off. I can't
you can hear me?
Now I can. You said say again. You believe?
I said, when you were the honest answer, I cannot give it to you. I would love to get married one day. I would love to have another child. I would love to have that nice life, but I cannot put numbers. You feel me? I can't give you exact numbers of what you think a man should be making, what they should be doing.
What were you saying about your ancestors?
Sir?
What were you saying about your ancestors?
My ancestors, I was saying that I go, the spirits, my ancestors, that's what I follow. You feel me? They are the ones that give me my answers. So like, I can't, when you was giving me those numbers and stuff, I can't, they gonna give it to me. You feel me? Like I'm in a whole different world, sir.
So she says, you know, those numbers, take music. Those numbers she was giving me, I don't know how to deal with those numbers. The ancestors are gonna give it to me. How does he even deal with people like her? That's why I'm in the manosphere. There's no way I could talk to somebody like her on a daily basis. This is ridiculous. She is ridiculous.
You have daughters?
Yes.
Ma'am?
Yes.
This is the real world.
This is the real world, and spirits are real.
Yeah, but you cannot deposit a spirit in Bank of America.
At the 11-minute and 13-second mark, he says something that's oh so true. You can't deposit the spirits in Bank of America. Like, we have so many people in our community so hung up on spirituality and hung up on other things that they forget practical stuff is what is needed. Like, think about Europeans. When they wanted to take over Africa or they wanted to enslave blacks, it was based off of what they thought was in the spirit, conquest, which was lies, but they also had to be very practical to carry this out. They didn't sit around and wait for someone to do that. That's what she's looking at. But she's trying to basically think about everything in the spirit world, but she doesn't want to put in the work. She wants somebody to do it for you. Like you, young black man.
You just don't know. You just don't know.
What Bank of America? Okay. I'm not trying to insult your beliefs.
No, you go ahead, because no religion is better than the other.
But what I'm saying
no religion is better than the other. Go ahead.
I didn't say it was, but what I'm saying is that's fine. But every religion has to have a practical component. There's the spirit and there's the real world. And sorry, you, as a parent and as an adult, going through life with 2 children to raise, in this, I'm going to let the ancestors they're gonna have to be real world things. The stuff I'm asking you is just adult
Yes,
stuff.
yes. It's
But
I'm serious.
listen,
Like
but it
I don't
shouldn't.
have to lift a finger. I don't have to work because my ancestors work for me. I'm dead ass. I'm so serious. I'm so serious, and I've been trying to preach this word for everybody to listen, cause I'm serious. Like all this,
I know
you
you
have
are.
to
I
have
know
this
you are,
certain.
but
You
the
have to
thing
have
is,
this certain status
no,
to be
no, no,
living
no,
this
no,
certain
no, no.
life.
We're not going to do the over talk. We're not going to do the over talking thing. I'm not trying to insult your beliefs. That's not what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is, any kind of spiritual belief system, there's a male and a female energy. There's a positive and a negative.
Exactly.
All right, you're all in the female part of it, the male part of it, the foundational parts, the warrior parts, the life parts are missing when you have a woman with 2 daughters floating around with the spirits all the time. And the stuff I was asking you, I've asked many other people who are pro-black, hotep, whatever, and it doesn't throw them off like that because they understand the duality of the real world and the spiritual.
As I was just saying, the real world and the spiritual world, there's 2 different things. There's theory in the spiritual world, and then practicality. What is religion for anybody who believes you can read the scriptures all day or the Quran all day, but if you don't actually practice it, what does that mean? It means nothing, okay? And that's what he's telling her. Well, guys, that's been my time for today. Really appreciate you, brothers and sisters, here with another Kevin Samuels response. Check out the first comment pinned to the top. It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson with the Patreon. You'll find the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts that I'm rocking. You'll find everything. And always remember, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. Check out Kevin Samuels' link to the first description, and I'm out.